Hey everyone, welcome back. Angie from Omega Star, and I'm here with Destiny, our trainer, and we are really excited about what's to come because we just finished up a health series, and now we're going to start a progression series where you get to follow along from puppies from the early stages all the way through transitioning and be ready to go home. So it'll be a weekly video series, and you'll get to watch them grow and evolve and what they get to experience. So Destiny, tell me who we have here today.
Today we have Cookie's litter, and they are 16 days old.
And we separated them by males and females, didn't we? These are the females, and these are the males. They are Portuguese water dogs. And we are on site today at Family Porties. So we're going to be following this litter. We have three males, three females, and we're going to get to watch them go through their whole program. And so they are at 16 days. So right now we are just at the end of the puppy pod stage. And our puppy pod stage involves the early neurological stimulation and then also the scent introductions. And so over here I have the kit that we get to use. And oh, I forgot about rabbit fur. We were talking about all the scents the other day. There's parsley, chamomile, allspice, apple, soil, pine chips, and then we finish with oatmeal. And so these little ones get to smell oatmeal today. It's more of a subtle fragrance. Some of our others, like black tea and those, have a little bit more stronger response from the pups. But we're going to finish out today with oatmeal. So currently in this stage, they're doing early neurological stimulation. And this little one is looking like she wants to be the star. Come here, little love. Come here.
I'll do it with you.
So, yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay.
Hi. So at this point, we're also looking right around 10 to 14 days is when the eyes open. Puppies are born as neonates. I feel like I talk about this a lot, but if you're just joining us, it's a really important piece of science that you should grasp. That means that they finish development outside the womb. Their eyes and ears have to finish development once they're here. And so during that time, we have access to changing the blood flow in the body, waking up the nervous system, gentle touch, and then also we get to work with them, their scent sense. I often get that, like it's like a tongue twister, scent sense. So first of all, with the early neurological, it's a handling of about 5 different positions. So we hold them upright, which is pretty natural. They don't mind this one. And then we're going to hold them down, their head down, and they don't really like this stage. For 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a short 5 seconds. Then on their back. Then we stimulate their paw pads. So we're separating the little paw pad, and we're applying pressure. So more than just moving it, we're actually separating them and applying pressure. And then their little paws will go onto a cold surface. And I know you're getting very, very strong. A lot to say today, don't you? Yeah. And then we always return them back to our heart to try and get them neutralized again because that's been a little challenging for them. So the point of what we're doing is slightly inconveniencing them for a positive response. And there is research that backs this. It is part of the service dog curriculum, and it has a very positive outcome. Greater resistance to disease, stronger heartbeats. There's just a variety of things that they get to benefit from. And we only get this window from day 3 to day 16 to really make an impression. I also like to mention that if a litter is challenged in any way, or say the mother had a really hard labor, we may not perform it every single day. So we're very attuned to what the litter energy is and making sure that we're doing the best for the mom and the puppies.
We also give more attention to the puppies that are behind the rest of their litter.
We do,
well.
yeah. And so it's really when Destiny is working with a litter, and some of our breeders perform our program and are also working with their litters, we're watching them.
Oh yes.
And it's interesting how even the little laggers, the ones that are a little bit like maybe not developed as much as the other ones, how quickly they kind of catch up, and then they all move to the next stage. And really, because the eyes and ears are closed, and we really only get 6 weeks to work with them. And I almost say like every 12-hour advancement is like a month in development if you compare it to a toddler. So they go from not being able to walk, really, no eyes open, to at 8 weeks, departing, leaving the nest, and going to their forever home. And so we think about an infant, how much they need adults to help them. And then by a year, they're crawling, sitting, some vocalization. Just the comparison's really kind of neat, but it's super fast with puppies. Super fast. So back to their scent. They get to smell the scent of the day for 5 seconds to start. And if they like it, we allow them to sniff up to 30 seconds. Oatmeal, I was going to say chamomile. Oatmeal is a very soft scent, so often the release from the scent is not very extreme.
And a lot of times they want to eat it.
Yeah, they start to actually move their lips. What we're looking for, that's a really good point, because what we're looking for with a variety of scents, sometimes they will take a deep sigh, sometimes the head falls in the tin, they could flinch their ears, they could smack their lips. I've had that already happen. They start sounds like they're going to eat it, but they're just smacking their lips. Mm-hmm. So those are all responses to the scent. So this little one is sniffing black tea. Do you notice that out of the kit, if any of them have a particular favorite, and then I should say a particular dislike? Oh, anything they dislike in the kit as far as scent?
I think the rubber is the least favorite for most dogs. They're not a fan.
Well, it's got the most chemical probably, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They put their nose in and usually whip their head out.
It's instant. So is it not even under the 5-second window?
Oh no, they get the 5 seconds.
The 5 seconds. Let's try.
Because you can tell they're getting the smell in.
It probably has the strongest. Look at the head scanning back and forth. Oh, the nose is even moving up and down. The eyes blink. Oh, and a big yawn. That was perfect. Goodness. So those are the signs we're looking for. We're not trying to always have a sign, but it's just interesting to see the responses. It's their body's natural way of giving us little cute clues, whether they like it or don't. So if you want to zoom in here, you can see all of the scents that they get to sniff. The days are labeled, so we make sure that every puppy in the program gets to go through and sniff all of the scents and go through the program that way. And I have also had people ask me, what happens if my puppy responded to black tea but didn't respond to rabbit fur? Well, the point of the whole scent introduction is really introduction. It's to wake up and expose them to different scents. We don't really chart, and I don't have the research to back, they responded to black tea, but they didn't rabbit fur. And how we'd have to chart them as an adult to be able to collect all that information. What we know is that if we expose them to these variety of scents, that their nose is opened up and they are sharper just in life. And so part of this whole process is really to mold, shape puppies, lay a foundation for them to grow from. So this is the beginning stage. We call it the puppy pod stage. They're right at 16 days. So eyes, ears are open. They're going to start toddling around, getting rear strength. Next week is a transition week to the next stage, which we call baby beans. So it's kind of like a crossover between the two. And then we'll get to explore what they get to do next week. So Destiny, just tell us a little bit, since you've been working with them every day. Tell us a little bit of what you've noticed in the litter, or if you have one that's a little bit more of a leader. Sometimes in litters we have a leader, sometimes we don't. Sometimes they're all the same. So tell us a little bit about what you've noticed, just since our followers are going to be following along with us.
Sure, I'd love to. So we've got this little guy over here, and I'm pretty sure so far he's given me the impression he's the leader. And
so he's going to be the quarterback?
Probably, yeah.
He's going to be out there running right out of the bat, aren't you? No crawling for this guy. He's just going to come out of the gate running.
Yep.
And what about this little one?
This little guy, he gets the extra care. He's a little bit behind the other ones. Aww. Not too much, though, just a little bit.
So actually, we had them separated. I think, is that a female?
Yes.
Let me look, yeah. So you're holding the female. This is the male. So in comparison, they almost look the same. Oh my goodness, look at the back markings. Let's show them. But look at the size difference. Can you zoom in on their little heads? Look at the size. So definitely the first one to the milk bar, and maybe she's getting the leftovers, huh? The girls are a little bit smaller in this litter than the males. So it's going to be a real joy to watch them evolve. I think the biggest accomplishment about the whole program and what inspires us to keep changing and evolving and adding new things to our program is really watching them go from this state of really being like a pod. If you think of it like a pea pod, that's what I was telling Destiny a little bit ago, like a little pea pod. And then you open up the pod, and the next stage we call baby beans, because inside are the little pea pods, or pea beans. And then we plant them, and as we plant them, they become little sprouts. And so we're going to watch them continue to grow through this process. And I hope you enjoy this series. This is behind the scenes. You get to see exactly what we get to do. We love what we get to do. We love working with the puppies, and we love working together. And so come along and join us on this journey. By the time they're 8 weeks, that would put us, what? Are we going to have to start wearing long pants? Probably. We may even have our first snow. But anyways, just come along and join us, and we'll have a great time.